need a red light. I need a red light. I need a red light.
We've got probably our best show ever tonight for you here on episode number 132. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Let's get into it. I'm Chad.
I'm Javier.
And I'm Timothy.
And we are the Funky Panther! So for week two, you know, we had to do it big again. Last week we had the amazing J-Boy who knocked it out of the park. Was actually the best part of the episode last week. And today we got our buddy Jared from Tales from the Fort. Hi. Say hi, Jared.
Hello, everyone.
Formerly of Tuesday Dudes Day.
Yes. Formerly of Two Gapes and a Sheep. And
Bring your
Mic a little bit closer to you. There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Right here. Two gapes, one sheep. Is that what you
two
said?
gapes, one sheep. I didn't say gays. I said gapes.
I know. I said gapes.
Two gaping holes.
I don't think I was involved with that one.
But man, thanks for joining us.
Sir.
So you know, again, we have like Chad gone for a month while he's traveling across the world, and it's really great to have people that we normally haven't had on. And again, like last week, J Boy did an amazing job filling in for Chad. And dude, it was everything he did was like primo perfect. I mean, you know, it could have gone a bit smoother, but he did really good, man. So thank you so much to J Boy for filling in and doing such an awesome job. And we will have you again soon. But man, Jared here from Tales from the Fort has been a really big fan favorite. So like my girlfriend thinks he's hilarious. So
I don't understand why.
I don't know. I think it's he has a playful banter demeanor about him. and I think
I like to talk shit.
yes, and I love it. You fill in like there is no dead space when it comes to you and
No.
you and Jared too on your podcast. So yeah. So you want to get into group update or
First off,
individual?
I just want to say that today I found out that Jared and I have a mutual friend that is not associated with high school or any of that stuff. Yeah, so I work with a guy. His name's Andrew Malone, and I've known Andrew for a number of years now. And today he comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, we got a common friend, Jared Johannesson." I was like, "How?" And so he told me his whole story. He used to work with Jared at Domino's back in the day, and ended up sleeping on his couch for a while. Paying rent of like $100 a month or whatever to sleep on his couch. So now that I know that it's that cheap to get a roof over my head, man, I might have to take you up at some point, depending on how things go with Jesse and I. You never know.
Hey, same. I'm gonna have to, take you up on that too if things don't work out with me and Tim.
I mean, Murray's always looking for a snuggle buddy.
Oh
so.
man. Oh, speaking of dogs, Tim, you're a dog. I'll
Hey.
tell you why you're a dog.
Why am I a dog?
Because you are a pervert.
Hey, but thank you. I do have some really exciting news.
Yeah.
I told Jared whenever he came in here, Javier, I'm telling you, we got ourselves a new sponsor, and I'm gonna go ahead and play this commercial for us. Okay.
Oh man, awesome! I don't know anything about this.
Attention all gentlemen. Are you tired of struggling with condoms that are too big and uncomfortable? Well, fear not. Our company has the solution for you. We specialize in creating small-size condoms that cater to your needs. Yes, you heard that right. Small-size condoms.
What?
We know that every man is different and not all condoms fit the same. Our condoms come in a variety of sizes so you can find the perfect fit for you.
I remember the first time I tried using a regular-sized condom. It was like trying to fit a baby carrot into a trash bag. But then I found these small-sized condoms, and it was like a breath of fresh air. They fit perfectly and made everything so much more comfortable.
See, we're not just about selling condoms. We're about making sure you have the safest, most comfortable experience possible. Because safe sex is important. And with our small-size condoms, you don't have to sacrifice comfort for safety. So why wait? Try our small-size condoms today and experience the difference for yourself. Little dick energy, where size doesn't matter, but fit does.
Yeah, we're sponsored by Little Dick Energy, the
Cool,
small
cool.
condom company.
Hooray!
Is this for real?
No, man, that was
I like,
and I'm gonna be really. That was 100% AI generated.
Nice.
I
Oh.
generated the script through AI. I went in and did the voices with AI. I did not even say any of that. Neither did. Well, no, actually, that was Chad. 100%. Chad has said that. Chad said that he's thankful for the little dick condoms that he was able to get. So yeah, that's my only group of news is that AI has been wonderful. We're gonna have a lot more fake commercials and things coming through.
my
so
God.
oh man, I
That's
need to
awesome.
play around with this now.
yeah.
I mean, you should. The Jerry Jonestown boys did an amazing job when it came to. I mean, they've been doing it for like a lot longer and have had the technology for a while. But it was hilarious.
Jesse
And,
said she was like, "It's getting too weird.
"Yeah,
It's getting too weird with the AI." I'm here for it. In fact, another group update. If everything works out, I'm going to be able to start like editing our videos like that, real quick. There's some AI technology out there that's supposed to streamline that. I'm embracing. I was afraid of the AI, but I'm going to embrace it 100%. And eventually, I'm going to succumb to technology, and I may end up as a battery within the Matrix. And I'm okay with that. I'm not going to uprise. I'm just going to accept it.
It'd be weird if AI get it. I mean, obviously it's whatever sentient and stuff, but if it starts putting out its own episodes of y'all show, and you don't even know about it.
That'd be
I'm
crazy.
hey, as long as we're getting the likes and the listens and the downloads, you know what?
It may be funnier. Who knows? Or
It's
may-
gonna rebel, and like one of us is gonna be like really racist. Like,
Yeah.
Coming in for the chat, Christy said, "I thought your shirt said Slim Things," and was thinking that was like the condom company name.
that'd be. Oh, you know what? That'd be a really good name
Slim
for
Thing, Slim Thing.
baby or Baby D's prophylactics. You know,
These
Yeah,
prophylactics.
I think that'd be a really
The girl from next Friday, or
yes.
isn't that her name? Baby D.
I think so.
But I was talking about
I think
baby
so.
dicks.
All right,
No.
yeah. So that was the only group news I've got. We got PBR and podcast happening.
Podcast and PBR happening May 10th from 6 to 9 o'clock. You going to be there this year, Jared?
I don't know.
You
He
said
will.
from 6 to 9?
6 to 9, baby.
Was that your doing?
24/7, 69.
That was your doing.
I mean, technically,
Did
it
you
was
create-
Robin's doing.
Did you tell Robin to do the
I'm
times like
no,
that?
she,
Yeah.
you know, Robin, we have one of those mind meld things where she's like, I know what you're thinking.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, oh, yeah, totally. 6 to 9, right?
And she's like, yes, 69. Got
69 dudes.
All right, so that's going to be at Cowtown Coliseum in the Stockyards,
Yeah.
the historic Stockyards where cowboy shit happens.
Where cowboy shit happens. Yeehaw! Racism. Hey, so Jared, what'd you do this weekend?
Oh boy, I worked, and then I went up to McFly's on Saturday night. Andrew from Fort Worth Roots was up there, so he was actually going to be a guest on our show that evening, but he was doing that first, and I was just like, I told my co-host, the other Jared, Lester Jared, and I was like, dude, you want to just go up there and have a few drinks and stuff, and then when he gets done, we can just all come back to the house and record. He's like, yeah. So they did a crawfish boil up there, which I don't eat crawfish because I don't want to feel like I'm tearing someone apart and eating their inside.
yeah.
That's fucking.
That's what I
disgusting.
want to do, though.
No, that's fucking gross.
Like, I wish all animals could be like that.
If I'm
We
going to
could
do
just-
that, it's going to be to a man. I'm going to eat your insides, man.
Nah, I was like, man, no. So but they were pretty big ass ones, and
Yeah.
it was like $11 or something like that for a big ass thing of all sorts of random shit that they put in the crawfish, and then the other thing of that. But the biggest thing that night was Claudia Wells was there, who she played Jennifer Parker, who was Marty's girlfriend.
Not in the first,
yeah.
in the first
The
one.
first one,
Yeah,
yeah,
the first one, but
She
not the
was-
subsequent. Yeah,
Yeah, she was replaced by Elizabeth Shue
That's
in part
right.
2 and 3, but she was actually up there signing autographs and doing like photos and shit. So
Did
that
the
was
bar
cool.
like get that put on or like?
I mean, it was pretty packed up there.
Yeah, man.
So
I feel like it's the second time they've had her up there, though, right?
I don't know, because I mean, it's been right down the street from where I used to live, but it's just, I don't ever go there unless like someone has me go there. So I've been there a few times, but I mean, most of the time when I go, it's not that crowded.
I think I'm gonna start going there.
It's a pretty cool
It
spot. I like
is. It is.
I'm gonna just up my drinking quite a bit substantially, and I think I'm gonna start going to McFly's. I know. Okay, so Jerry Jonestown Massacre, they had a little issue with McFly's. They talked about it on their episode about the price of TX that they were charging.
Oh yeah.
I haven't noticed that, but also I was drinking. They had a special whenever I went there. It was a beer and a shot.
Yeah, the Butthead.
Yeah, and it was like $5. And I was-
Miller Lite and well
and
whiskey.
a
for
well
$5.
whiskey, and
Yeah.
I'm good with that. So yeah, stick with that. Don't get the TX unless you're a big spender.
If I go to a bar, I order beer because that way it's consistent every time. Because not every bar is going to make a drink the same way, and
Right.
all that. So and then the way
I don't
make it,
I don't drink beer that much anymore. I mean, I'm drinking one tonight thanks to our good friend Alex.
Yes.
It's Madala.
Medalla Light.
It's a Medalla Light, Premium Light, the Cerveceria de Puerto Rico. I don't know what the noise.
I don't either.
Oh yeah, papi. You know, good. Eat plantains. I eat plantains. Fast and the Furious. My favorite movie. Oh, that was Cuba.
You like watermelon? You like watermelon?
They call me Cuban Pete. No, that was damn it. Oh, speaking of which, man. Oh no, that wasn't him that sang it. Harry Belafonte died
Yeah, he
today.
died.
Yeah,
I was
he
like,
did.
man.
It's a fucking bummer, man. That guy's a legend, and in the civil rights movement, and in of course,
He was one of the like oldest celebrities that was alive.
Yeah,
I had
yeah.
to look it up on obviously not, but I don't want to look it up honestly. So.
One of the old, but he was like 90 something years old.
96.
96,
yeah,
96. Right? 96?
92, 96. Okay, I don't think a few years really makes that big of a difference.
Well, there are pictures with him. He jump started the civil rights. Well, he funded the civil rights movement.
Yeah.
And of course, he was a legend in calypso music with the Deo.
Yeah.
You said it.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Beetlejuice classic,
he was
right?
basically the Beetlejuice soundtrack.
Yeah, 100%. Oh my God, yeah, you're right. But man, he had a scene in Black Klansman, which was a really good movie.
Yeah,
Spike Lee
he did.
and John David Washington. But man, R.I.P. to the GOAT, man. He did a lot of great things for the civil rights movement, and of course with music and acting.
Put some
legend.
bomb ass beats out.
Yeah, fuck yeah, man.
Shake,
I wonder how much shit has been, not I want to say sponsored, how much shit has been. What is it called? Why is my mind? I'm having a stroke.
Jump into love.
Whenever you start, whenever you take someone's music to make a beat, they sample.
Sample,
Yeah.
yeah.
I wonder how much of his shit's been sampled over the years.
Oh, I mean,
Like I'm.
Lil Wayne's sampled. them
No, he
before.
sampled some of his stuff. But I'm just saying, like, I bet you every single piece of music that he's had
Of course.
has probably been sampled.
A lot of those oldies had that just one little riff that was catchy, and they're just like, "Fucking, that's going in every rap song." So,
But yeah, what else? What else did you have going on?
so I actually just moved recently, so I just got my new studio set up last Thursday,
Cool.
and it was like exactly what I envisioned. So
Awesome.
I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Oh, this is beautiful."
Yeah, I can't wait to actually see it in person.
I
Me
know.
too. Me too.
It's a lot bigger now, like than my last one, and it's roomier and stuff. It doesn't feel so crammed in there, but
Your last one seemed roomy.
Yeah, it did.
Our studio is an illusion. It looks
Yeah.
bigger on TV, but I'll tell you,
Like whenever we have the boys from the RAP podcast here, you're gonna realize like it's not as big as it
no,
looks.
I can almost touch the walls.
But dude, if I can make a suggestion, you should throw like a '90s party.
I really
the new
want
place.
to. I need to get fully moved out of my old one and then kind of get set up and also kind of get to know my neighbors so I can know which one's cool or not.
Yeah.
The guy next door to me, actually, his name's Reed. And I was bringing in the microphones and he came over there. He's like, "What's up, man?" He's like, "You the neighbor?" I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh, I'm Reed." And I was like, "All right, cool." And he's like, "Oh, do you record?" And I was just like, "Yeah, got a little studio in my house." And he's like, "Oh, nice." He goes, "Yeah, I got a studio in mine." And I was like, "Oh, do you podcast?" He's like, "No, I'm a musician." I was like, "Oh."
He's like, "I'll make hardcore pornography."
You get more pussy than me.
you're like, yeah, I actually really record.
Yeah.
That's what he was saying.
I am a musician. I am talented.
Well, whenever was it Ubby W was going on
Yeah.
Sunday night, like I could hear it at my house.
Dude, me too.
It was just a boom.
Oh yeah,
Did you feel the fireworks?
I could hear it
I
too.
don't- but I thought it was him at first because I heard his like drums, him playing drums over there. I was
Yeah.
like, "Fuck, maybe he's in there like doing a little Skrillex party or something." And no, I didn't find out till the next day. And I was like, "Oh yeah, I remember."
I saw like for the locals here, the River Oaks page was like, "Y'all hear that music going on over there? What? Don't they know there's a curfew Sunday night?"
Yeah, Fort Worth is midnight.
Yeah.
And so I was and they actually stopped the music both nights at midnight.
Yeah.
So Saturday and Sunday. So I was actually there. I was at Ubby Dubby.
Oh really?
I was at Ubby Dubby working. I always thought it was Ooby Dooby. It's actually Ubby and Dubby, and they have a middle stage called Zoom. And I was on the Dubby stage, which was what I guess it's called Dubby because it's primarily dubstep over there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that makes sense.
Dude, it was such a good time. Even though I was working, I got to enjoy some
you
of the
dancing
music.
and shit?
Oh yeah, man. I was
He's all like shuffling and
Dude, I was
twerking
like-
and-
Girls are all grinding on him and shit.
no, not
So,
quite like
ladies,
that.
stop! I'm servicing the people here.
Yeah, it wasn't quite like that, but it was more of
Let me check your heartbeat, girl.
yeah. Let me see that. Clear that out.
no, it wasn't like that. But what it was like is there is no body shaming out there. There is no kink shaming. There were furries out there.
I saw that.
I saw 3 guys dressed as dogs getting led through the crowd on a leash.
On all fours?
No, they were upright.
Oh, okay.
That's a
kills
it's
it
a
for me.
Yeah, yeah.
it was
All fours are all nothing.
they're progressive.
Okay.
My,
you know.
my bitches go on all 4.
Yeah. So I saw that there was a girl, I guess, was too drunk to stand up and dance, so she was dancing on the ground. And at some point, she was humping
feel
the
you.
ground.
I feel you.
The drugs were plentiful out there.
Of course they were.
There was a lot of they had a lot of overdoses because a lot of people. It's crazy. A lot of people go out there and it's like, this is my first time I'm gonna do Molly for the first time. Oh, I want to try ketamine.
Holy
what
fuck.
better place to try ketamine but at a rave with like 20,000 people?
Yeah.
Yeah. What could go wrong? So yeah, we had a lot of that on the first night, and then the second night was actually pretty chill. Didn't like the music as much on the second night, but the
So
first night
if
was
they overdose, did they have to leave? Or they just like you just like clear and then they just get back up and
it just
start
depended on
dancing?
how bad they were. Like some of them you would just let stay and just chill out. Others
They
we had to
just take it again.
others we had to transport out.
It doesn't work anymore.
yeah.
Yeah, it was wild, man. It was good though. It was a fun time. I got to listen to some really good music. I bought earplugs, those high fidelity earplugs that you wear at concerts,
Yeah.
and it helped a little bit. I still walked away with my ears ringing at the end of the night. But I was so amped up from all the artists that played that I had a hard time going to sleep after I got home. I'd been up, since 11 o'clock, and we got home about 2:30.
Fist just kept doing this,
dude. At one point, I was doing that because it was just like, all right, look, you got to understand, like this dubstep, it's like the equivalent of like metal, the breakdowns and all that stuff, and it was just, it's so good. It was so good. I had such a good time. I'm gonna go back as a contestant. Or not contestant, as a
in the game show of UBW.
What is it? As a spectator.
Yeah, spectator.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back as a spectator.
I'd love to go to
next
that.
year.
That'd be pretty cool to go to.
Yeah, I think we should. We should all dress up, wear neon.
I'm gonna wear a fairy costume.
I think we dress as Power Ranger.
Holy fuck,
dude!
You know how many people would want to take pictures with you,
dude,
and fight you?
Laid.
Oh yeah, just put a hole.
Put my dragon dagger in some.
I'm gonna summon the Dragon Zord inside you, baby.
But nobody was fighting each other. There was nothing like that. And I was talking to one of the guys that kind of he's been running the medical aspect of UBW for like the past I think 10 years with this particular production company. He said, yeah, he's like, I would much rather go to these festivals, hang out at these festivals, that kind of stuff. Not because I like the music. He's like, I really don't care that much about the music. But it's that the crowd is so much better. He said the worst crowds to work are typically like the country music crowds.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, because everyone's walking around with that big dick energy.
Yeah, and everybody wants to fight. They don't,
Hey, that's my sister there, man.
Yeah.
If there's anybody's gonna fuck my sister, it's gonna be me.
We got a problem, partner.
yeah, he said he's like Larry Joe Taylor. The Larry Joe Taylor festival is ridiculous. He's like there's just fights and all sorts of shit happening.
That sounds like that Co-Wetzel bar, that Riot Room, the new bar over there. I feel like that place. I don't want to be like insensitive or anything, but that place looks like a walking sexual assault building. Like to me, I feel like
is it like Roadhouse or something?
Dude, I don't know, man.
I don't know, but I think we should go, and they can't get mad if we incite a riot. The place is called Riot House.
That's right.
So we can go in there and throw shit. That's what the sign says. That's insinuating. And if they try to throw us out, then we can sue them.
Dude, I don't know why, man.
You can't whip.
I'm trying to get fucking money. Shut up, man.
You can't whip your wiener out in dicks.
I didn't
and expect to not get arrested. I mean,
says you, cowboy. You can't go to Mrs. Baird's and flop out the bread over there and have sex with it. You can't go to Golden Corral and go ahead and give a golden shower.
I don't think any of those are insinuating.
You can't go to Checkers and get the chubby checker, and if you're not, whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think they're insinuating that, but the Riot House, that just means that I should go in there and be violent. That's how I take it.
Yeah,
you just walk in and start punching the air.
It's like varsity. Yeah. It's like going to varsity. You immediately have to. You immediately have to find the nerd and bully him to death.
Ha ha, loser. No, that's cool. UBW. That sounds fun, and I'm really happy for your new studio. I can't wait. I wish I would have been able to be on, but there was a fight Saturday night. I'll get into that in sports.
Okay.
I mean, do we got any other updates?
I mean, other than a podcast and PBR at Cowtown Coliseum, already talked about that. So
From
be there
6 to 9,
and be there. If you're not,
May 10th.
Please be there. You're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna meet a lot of cool people. The Pod Squad's gonna be there. Get a chance to. I say that like no, don't get a chance to meet us. Meet everybody over there that's a part of Fort Worth and making Fort Worth what it is. So we're growing the city one person at a time. Or something. We're not impregnating people.
No, I was like, I got some work to do. I guess.
You having babies or something, man? Be there, man. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Oh, it's my turn.
And now, Action Sports with Javier. Take it away, Javier.
Man, the Texas Rangers have been on a losing roll, that is. They just lost 7-6 against the Cincinnati Reds. This goes along with yesterday's loss. It was, I think, a 6-5 loss against the Reds also. But, I'll tell you right now, though, I have been complacent when it comes to talking about the Rangers because the Rangers have been doing really good lately.
I made the mistake of asking, is this going to be our year? And
damn it, Tim.
Tim, God damn it, Tim.
It might be my fault that they lost. I'm not real sure.
You ruined it for Fort Worth and Dallas.
But, man, I'll tell you right now, man, the Rangers have been doing something pretty damn good. The players have been balls out. Aroldis Garcia has been fucking knocking them out of the park. I think the other night he had like 4 home runs. But, man, it's baseball time in Texas. So go out there and support the Texas Rangers.
I was talking to Lance, your co-host at the Ball Bag podcast.
Co-homie, yes.
Your co-bat or ball.
My co-bag, co-ball.
Co-bag. I want to go to a banana game. Savannah Bananas.
Oh, Savannah Bananas, one where they dance when they pitch.
Yeah, have you seen that?
No,
dude?
what is that?
I think you would actually probably like it. They, it's like the Harlem Globetrotters of baseball.
Oh, really?
And they have a whole league, and they go around and tour the United States doing all these crazy trick shots. They light the balls on fire, the bats on fire. They do TikTok dances. They do all the stuff, man. They had their first recorded in history backflip catch out in the outfield.
What?
Dude did a front flip. That's what it was. It looks like a great time.
Nah.
The tickets sell out. You have to get on a waiting list. So I put myself down on a waiting list.
That's fucking cool.
You know, I don't know about that. You know, the flipping and this. Did you ever watch that movie with Joey from Friends where the chimpanzee was a part of the baseball team?
Oh yeah. What was that called?
Uh,
I can't. It was like a chimp.
Isn't it Most Valuable Primate or something
yes,
like that?
it was.
I think so.
I believe it was. I think it was Most Valuable Primate.
I think it was like his role before Friends.
Yeah,
like, I think.
I don't think I saw that then.
I
No?
think the Savannah Banana. I think they might have some angels in the outfield with them because
Oh.
the way they fly and the way they catch those balls and do all those tricks, they gotta have some sort of supernatural support. That's my prediction.
I mean, you may be right. On the group chat, hopefully they win on Sunday because I'm going to be at the game. Well, Johnny, I'll tell you right now, whenever we're at the game, we lose. So I don't think I'm going to be going to a game anytime soon. So I'm bad luck.
Unfortunate news.
Yeah, well.
I don't know if you know this or not, but Panther City Lacrosse, they lost the last game of the season.
Oh.
They did not get to go to the finals. So
Were they in the playoffs? They were in the playoffs.
This would have been Well, no, they weren't in the playoffs. This would have been a playoff determining game.
Oh, balls.
And they're not making it to those playoff games. And they actually had a really good season this year.
Yeah.
I was very proud of
Better
them.
than last, man. It was a lot of fun.
Way better than last. It was actually nice to go to a sporting event here in DFW, specifically here in Fort Worth, and watch a team actually win and be successful for
Have they
once.
already been around for 2 years?
Yeah, this is the second year.
It was
Oh,
the second
shit.
year, yeah.
You got to go to a game, man. We'll go next year. You're going to love it.
Yeah, we're having a good time. You pay $10 for the bad seats, and as of right now, you can sit wherever the fuck you want because there's not enough people there. So pay $10, go sit. Sorry if Panther City Cross is listening to me right now, but that's just that you know.
So what'd you find out, Jared, about the Primate movie?
Oh, I forgot.
I thought you were looking. He was like, "Oh, let me see."
I was, but like I didn't.
Hey, he got
know.
distracted. He's like, whatever.
He was like, monkeys. They all play baseball.
Ed. That's what I was thinking.
Ed? Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
Ed.
yeah.
Well, there was some MVP though, wasn't there?
Well, I think that was a
Maybe that was a-
What is it
skateboarding
called?
movie.
Yeah,
Most
maybe.
valuable.
Most Valuable Primate.
Yeah, there's
Valley.
something.
Maybe it's like the Airbud movies, you know?
Did you ever watch those?
Yeah,
Man,
there is.
Never. I never saw it.
He's a hockey player.
Oh my god.
Do you got
Sounds
anything else
horrible.
on sports?
Let me think. Let's see. The Dallas Stars are in the playoffs right now. They're currently playing Game 5 of 7. They're playing at home, so it's they're currently tied with the Minnesota Wild, who were the Dallas Star or the Minnesota North Stars back in the day. If you've watched the major motion picture, The Mighty Ducks.
Well, the Minnesota North Stars are the Dallas Stars,
yes,
and so now they've got
Minnesota Wild.
Minnesota Wild.
Yeah,
So Minnesota got another team.
Yeah, but they've been around for like almost 20 years.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. You watched a lot of sports there, Jared?
No.
No.
Watched disc golf and
He's
sometimes baseball.
disc golf, and more disc golf.
Yeah.
Disc golf and hardcore
Hey,
porn.
do they got a miniature version of disc golf?
Like, what do you mean?
Like miniature golf,
Like this, like
where they
miniature-
got obstacles and stuff that you gotta.
Oh, I mean, some courses kind of have a little bit of that.
I want the small playing field.
There's one down in it's a
Have to throw it through the clown's mouth.
Glen Rose, like Dino Hills area. or
Dips
whatever.
out of its anus.
There's a little course.
Makes
There's a
the
course there.
basket.
It's got a full course, and then it's got like a little kind of
Yeah.
play course where you just got like little obstacles, and it's not a real hard one. So it's kind of fun.
Story of my life. Not a real hard one.
Heyo.
Penis.
And that was Action Sports with Javier. Thank you, Javier.
Oh, you're very welcome, Timothy. Oh, here we go, Jared. Get ready.
What does he say again? Okay.
Do you know?
Kinda.
All right, we're just gonna
Free
wing
ball
it.
it. Free ball it.
I can't get my voice. I know news with Tim. Take it away, Tim.
That was good.
Who
man.
let the weird lady in here?
Oh my!
Mickey
All
Mouse.
right. Well, thank you for that good intro. I don't know.
You're welcome.
All right.
very,
So first
very,
off,
very
there was an article. It is basically old man yells at cloud, or actually Ubby Dubby. Did you hear it? Residents complain about noise from Panther Island Rave Festival. I'm going to tell you, without a doubt, this was the more quiet rave that they've had. They're usually a lot louder. This year they were actually quieter. So you know what? Fuck you, whoever was complaining about that. Just deal with it. It's only for 2
old
nights.
people.
It's only for 2 nights.
Lester.
It went on till midnight, and that was it. Now, if it was going on till 2 a.m., by all means, complain. That's what I do. I call the cops at that point. 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm not going to go out there and confront you. I'm going to call the police. Anyways, it was heard as far away as Arlington Heights. So if you're not from Fort Worth, Arlington Heights, and where Panther Island is several miles. Arlington Heights is closer to downtown on the west side, and this was on like the north end of downtown. The low throbbing bass punctuating Fort Worth's atmosphere was caused by the annual Ubby Dubby Festival Saturday and Sunday at Panther Island Pavilion. The festival, described by organizers as a sensory overload of electronic goodness, featured more than 40 musical performers in genres such as house, techno, trance, and bass. I think there's some dubstep in there too. Does that count as trance and bass? More than 20,000 people attended the 2-day festival, according to a Facebook post from MedStar Mobile Healthcare. I know one night it was 18,000 and something, 19,000, and then the next night was somewhere around like I think we peaked at like 16,000. Both nights were capped off by fireworks, leaving some residents to wonder if this was a violation of the city's noise ordinance. Guess what? It wasn't. They had a permit, so it was okay. Anyways, also what was going on though was Main Street Arts Festival.
Mm-hmm.
Main Street Arts Festival is not that far away from Ubby Dubby.
Yeah.
In fact, it's right off of Main Street.
Mm-hmm.
There were a bunch of half-naked people that showed up at Main Street Arts Festival because they had nothing better to do until 3 o'clock whenever the doors open. So there was a lot of...
Those dog people are like
I
walking.
sold a painting to a panda bear.
So, shit got kind of weird, but yeah, it's all good.
But you know how Fort Worth is. Half of it's like accepting of stuff, and the other half's like, "Hey there, Sasha Bass says that you shouldn't be here."
Yeah, so it was like basically 420 weekend essentially.
Yeah.
And
Oh, duh.
yeah, so and Ubby Dubby does their production every around 420, the weekend of 420, or at the beginning or end. Main Street Arts Festival decided to change their date, and then they tried to get Ubby Dubby to change theirs, and they were like, "Fuck off, not gonna happen. We do it at the same time every year." They did one year whenever COVID was going on. They did it down in Ennis, and then Ennis was like, "No, y'all can't come back. Y'all aren't allowed.
Too wild.
Y'all are too wild. We don't have the medical support or anything to handle this.
Y'all have too
get the
much
fuck outta
love
here."
and affection over there at that there music festival.
Your pill popping, pelvis thrusting.
I do want to go to the Electric Forest Festival. Have you seen that?
No.
So the Electric Forest. So it's an EDM festival, and it's out in the middle of a forest. There's no infrastructure there. Like you have to camp there. They bring in all the power, but they light up everything in the forest. They have these raves in the trees,
Well,
which sounds amazing.
is it like neon lights or like?
Yeah, like
Oh, dude, that'd be
neon lights and lasers and all that stuff going off. It looks so cool.
cool. I feel like I'm in a video game.
Exactly.
Holy
So I
shit.
definitely want to do that.
Hey, if you
Support.
take enough drugs, you will be in a video game.
Pretty much.
Going to be eating mushrooms and trying to grow. I'm 80 feet tall.
Be at the top of a tree. I don't have a continue.
I only have one life left.
Reset me to my last checkpoint.
I'm blowing my cartridge. Just blowing it.
Wow.
Sir, that's your ass. I can't blow in your ass.
Did you watch Cocaine Bear?
I didn't. No.
I haven't
God.
watched it yet either.
I tried to
watch
get
it.
my girlfriend to watch it, and she's like, "No, not tonight."
Jesse's the same way.
It's stupid as fuck, but it's worth the watch.
It's a true story.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
that's
it's
what
based
makes
on a
it.
true
Yeah.
story, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna say the whole thing was true. I'm just
Maybe.
going with it. I haven't seen it. I'm just going to say the whole thing was true. Anyways,
I like to think so.
one of
It
our
was true though.
one of our favorite areas of town is near South Side.
Yeah.
We talk about it all the time, and it's just about to get a little bit more cool. A new tequila brand and agave-themed distillery is set up to drop near the south side of Cowtown.
I thought he said there's gonna be a live sex shop over there.
That would have been fun.
That'd have been a
A
lot
group
of,
of local entrepreneurs is ready to unleash a tequila brand born in Fort Worth but created by utilizing Mexican traditions.
Mexicans.
Created by Mexicans. Okay.
Created by Mexicans, stolen by white people.
Created by Mexicans
Very good, Jose.
for
is
Here's
Enrique,
$4.
senor.
We're gonna go sell it for $50.
We're gonna steal your idea, make millions.
All right, it's gonna be at 960 North University Drive on the north. What? That doesn't make any sense. Anyways,
What?
oh, okay, I see what's going on here. All right, anyways, a brand called La Pulga, P-U-L-G-A.
La Verga Grande.
How do you pronounce that in Spanish?
La what?
What?
La P-U-L-G-A.
Purga. La Purga.
The flea is what it means. This
La
new
Purga.
tequila brand is founded by Sarah Castillo, a well-known restaurateur, taco heads, Teeny's Mexican Cuisine, and Side Saddle Saloon,
Oh, okay.
and Andrew De La Torre, a club owner and the operator of Pequeño Mexico, and Stephanie Slaughter,
Oh, I
a
know
local
where that
entrepreneur
is.
and real estate developer, along with the company's head of spirits, Ali Ocho, and
Calle Ocho.
and a few other investors. So it looks like it's all Hispanics.
Cool.
So that's good.
You said Felipe
Órale.
Arrieta, right? The guy from who'd you say?
No, Andrew De La Torre.
Andrew. Oh, yeah, Arturo or Andrew?
De La Torre.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
De La Verga.
Torre.
Say it right.
Anyways,
With soul.
so the second part of the process will take the 12 acres of the open air market resides. Okay, so this is over there by what's it called? The open air market.
The Purga?
Yeah, the flea market.
Yeah, the Purga on Henderson?
Yeah.
Really?
That's what it sounds like. So,
Really?
or off of University, the one on University Rockwood by the go-karts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. That's where Pequeño Mexico is.
Pequeño Mexico.
Yeah, so it looks like they're taking over that area over there to do this. So that's, I think that's gonna be pretty cool. We're
No,
gonna
yeah,
have
that place is pretty cool. I used to go back there when I was a kid, and Leslie's mom used to own a record shop over there. So that's
Oh yeah, that's
pretty cool.
right.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember hearing that story. So I'm looking forward to that. I mean, we got a new distillery coming to Fort Worth, which is going to be cool. It's going to drive people are going to want to come and tour it because that's the only tequila distillery that I know of in the area.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
We've got what's it called?
We got a Blackland over there that does bourbon and vodka
and
all that
Acre. We got Acre Distillery that does all the other stuff,
Yeah.
but nobody does actually true tequila. And I guess probably because of the process.
Well, if there's, we probably got to ask Leslie about that because she knows a lot of that kind
About
of
the
stuff.
tequila
so
mezcal,
That'd
yeah.
be really good. Have you been to Blackland Distillery, Jared?
I have not.
We need to take Jared
Yeah,
to
we got
Blackland
to.
Distillery.
Field trip. Let's go right now.
All right,
Yeah.
show's over. See y'all guys later.
Show's over, nerds.
I gotta get permission slip.
Permission. What?
I need an emergency contact on.
Mommy,
All right.
they're going to hurt me.
I might
So
fall.
just to finish off this this news, I just want to go over a couple things. 10 driving destinations within 2 hours of Fort Worth that are worth the gas price. So it's getting time for summer. That means it's going to be time for people to travel and want to go visit things. Historic Grapevine is on this list. It's less than 30 minutes. Public transportation is available. They have amusements galore for kids, global dining, wineries, farmers market. I've never spent that much time in Grapevine. Have you?
When they have the
The
wine
wine festival,
fest
yeah.
or whatever thing, I've gone up there, but other than that, no.
Cedar Ridge Preserve. That place is actually pretty cool.
I have been there.
It's a state park. I've been there. I wouldn't recommend. I didn't like that all the spots are so close together, but the actual park itself was really nice. It's only 45 minutes from Fort Worth. Dino Valley State Park, which is down over in Glen Rose.
Yeah, I was just down there the other
that
day.
place is pretty cool.
How was it?
Well, I didn't go to the dinosaur one because they have one of the drive-through zoos there. So I had a first date with a girl and we went to that.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Man, look at
'Cause
you.
it's cool. We had the top back on the Jeep, and I was like,
Like you're like in a
sexy.
safari,
I
man.
was like, "What's up, girl?
You're like, hey,
go
girl,
feed that giraffe."
How about you come over here and give me some of that giraffe neck?
All right, Granbury. 1 hour. They got a location East Pearl Street, Granbury. Shopping, dining. They got a beach.
They
I guess
do.
like Granbury,
they
yeah.
do, actually.
And bed and breakfast spots. I've only spent a little bit of time in Granbury.
They have a really nice disc golf course there.
Do they?
Oh, really?
It's like a 23 hole or 21 hole or something like that. It's got extra, but it's as big as like a golf like course. It's really nice.
Where in Granbury? Is it like in Granbury proper, or where
You have to go through the town, and then you go right, and then you go off, and there's like some baseball fields and stuff.
Okay.
And it's right next to it. It's a really, like, if you're gonna go, I would suggest going like in the early spring or something, because some of the spots there's not a lot of shade, and
You're
if you
gonna
have a
die.
cart, if you have a cart to sit on, like, take your cart. So because it gets hot out there sometimes, you're just like dripping in sweat.
Yeah.
And,
Can't grip the
Snakes are
discs
everywhere.
anymore.
Snakes?
I mean, there's snakes out there.
And they're trying to attack
That's
you.
the
There's a
country,
snake.
boy.
All right, Dr. Pepper Museum out in Waco. Have you
There's
ever
a
been there?
snake in my
I have
balls.
not.
I've never been to the Dr. Pepper Museum, but you know that
I like
now that's
Dr.
Texas.
Pepper.
That is
That's
Texas right there.
that's Texas
Have a
right
Dr.
there.
Pepper Museum. Stephenville Historical House Museum. I don't know if I'd want to go there. It's just historic buildings. Don't think I'd do that.
On the group chat, Grape Fest is the best. Yes. Jared, you said you've been to Grape Fest?
Yeah.
And do you go perusing for women? I mean, do you know?
No, I actually went whenever I was married.
Oh, really?
Because my ex-wife drank wine a lot. Well, not a lot, but like
That's why
she
I
was
love
an
her.
alcoholic.
She beat me.
No,
Why no?
she was a big wine fan, so whenever they would have that kind of shit, we'd always have to go.
I've never
so.
been to Grape Fest.
It was just, I mean, it's like a fucking festival kind of thing. They have the art thing set up, and
Christy, you hear that? I've never been to Grape Fest because it's always been a ladies only thing that y'all do.
Yeah, sounds kind of sexist to me.
Don't
I
invite
need
me.
a Funky Panther
Yeah.
outing.
Yeah.
Well,
All right. I'm not gonna hold it against you, Christy. Don't worry about that. All right. So yeah, that was. I mean, should I play the music? Do I
yeah,
need to
do it.
Play it?
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
music.
Jared's
you
got
don't-
to do the outro.
No, I do the
Oh.
outro.
Okay, I was like, fuck, I don't care.
And that was News with Tim. Thank you, everybody. And good night.
Tuck it away, Tim.
Take it away, man.
All right. So
Let's get into the meat and the potatoes of the episode. You already know what it is. It is a Funky Panther No Chad edition.
nothing
Part
but
two.
nothing but illustrious guests.
Nothing but illustrious hosts. The one and only Jared from Tales from the Fort. He is an up-and-coming podcaster. He's been interviewing the one and only great people here in the goddamn city and
He's
stuff.
had the president on. He's had the
He-
mayor.
Yeah, he's had the mayor of my pants. He's had
the president of my anus.
prolapse anuses, I guess I heard the other night.
Goldie Wilson was on there.
Yeah.
Man,
You know what?
Goldie was.
I think I
like
want to
the
be
sound
mayor.
of that.
I like the sound of that. I'm going to be
Mayor.
mayor.
That's it. I'm gonna run for mayor.
That whole-
You can start by sweeping the floor.
oh my god, man! It's
Oh.
just like subtle hints of racism. And
It was, man. It was one.
Yeah.
But besides that, it was
Get
still
to
one of my
sweeping, boy.
favorite. It was one of my favorite movies, though.
No,
Oh,
part
I
three was your
still,
favorite.
So
that's
good.
my favorite trilogy, like hands down.
Did you? I don't know why I thought if you go back and listen to your last episode, is part three your favorite movie? Back to the Future movie?
I don't know. I kind of lean more towards part two
Okay,
A lot of people lean more towards part two. I'm a part three guy.
I love part three.
because I like part two because you could see part one and part
Yeah,
two
yeah,
at the same
yeah.
time.
True.
Part three just kind of really because once you, for me, whenever I was a kid, I always used to rewatch movies, and Back to the Future was one of the ones I used to rewatch a lot, and I would sit there and I never wanted to watch part one, but I'd watch part two because I was just like, oh, I hate that one. And then now I go back and I was like, this one's really good. Like, I don't know why. I was an
I mean,
idiot,
part
so.
two. Part two was good.
Yeah.
I liked part one because it set it up, and then I liked part three because I was a fan of westerns, and it kind of put that.
Yeah.
Even though it was that kind of hokey western, whatever, it still gave me that nostalgic western vibe that I grew up watching because my dad loved all the John Wayne movies and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So
I done shot that horse.
it was just one of my it was one of my favorites. Part three was so. I like the subtleties though in those movies where it's been what, like 30 years now since it's been out,
Oh,
something
man.
like that,
Something
or
like
longer,
that.
longer than that actually. Since it came out like 85, so like 37 years, almost.
Yeah, it's been a long fucking time.
Anyways, the scene at the beginning, whenever at the first one, whenever he goes back in time, and then he's like trying to escape the guy shooting at him from the barn and all that stuff, and he runs over the one tree.
Yeah.
And it went from Twin Pines Mall to Lone Pine Mall.
Yeah.
I love the little subtleties like that it called back, and you might not catch those little things if you aren't paying that close attention, which is amazing.
Like part 3 where they're sitting there saying something about Clayton
Clayton Ravine,
yeah.
And then he her horses
saved her,
running
yeah.
away, and then he saves her, and he's like, "Oh, Marty, that's just not good."
Whenever we go back to the future.
We've altered the time-space continuum.
Have you seen did you see the preview that someone made as if they were going to make a new one of those Michael Bay?
God, that would be amazing.
I wish they would. So
they're not going.
I know. I talked to. I asked Andrew Malone about that because he's a huge.
Yeah.
He's a huge Back to the Future
Yeah,
fan.
man. Oh.
Dude, he
gets so fucking worked
he
up.
He does, and whenever I was talking about that, he was mad about it.
Yeah.
He was. It was like, no, it'd be like the worst thing ever if they did that. Or
I mean, it was kind of ended on part 3, and
Sure.
it was like okay. He went back, he found his spot, and then they destroyed the DeLorean, and he has the only time machine now, so it's in his control, but it's like, that's end. So
yeah.
Unless you count the cartoon after that.
I never watched those.
I did. I watched that all the time.
I didn't watch that.
Yeah. I mean, I was a child. I watched everything.
Oh, okay, so between that and Ghostbusters, which one's your favorite?
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future?
Yeah. I mean, I liked Ghostbusters, too.
I think-
I had the toys and everything.
I
but-
think Back to the Future is my favorite, too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
it's
so like, how did we get into this conversation?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't
know, man.
remember.
I don't
I
remember
don't
either.
either. I just end up in places.
I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what to do with my hands. Tim's got some nice.
Yeah.
We usually do the Funky Five with people, and
And
I've
we-
never
we've had
done
it.
that with y'all.
yes, you have.
No, I haven't.
Really? Seriously?
Yeah.
Holy
'cause
shit!
The first time I was on was in your living room, and y'all didn't do it back then.
Oh,
Second time was down in San Antonio, and the third time I was actually on was with Andrew, where I came in late.
yeah.
And then this is the fourth time, so
Holy shit!
You know what? Let me just.
we don't have to.
Let's go ahead and go ahead and let's cue some music. Let's go ahead and get this. All right. So let me break it down. We're gonna do the Funky Five with Jared. Jared, Chad does a better job at this, but I'm gonna ask you a series of questions, and you're just gonna quick fire if you can think of them real quick. Like I'm gonna ask you, what's your favorite color?
Black.
Boom. There you go. That's really easy, isn't it?
Yes.
I bet Chad's like, you're messing it up, you
Yeah.
fool. So the first thing, of course, is what's your favorite Fort Worth West restaurant?
You said Westwant?
Westwant. What's your favorite Westwant?
My favorite Fort Worth restaurant. I'm really a fan of going to Mezcales.
Yeah.
That
on,
place is pretty
Jack-
good, man.
I love that. It's cheap and it's good food.
And it'll get you drunk.
yeah,
Do
they have the
you,
schooners of beer. It's like $3 or something like
Yeah.
that. Or I don't know what it is.
Do you like
now,
it better in El Paseo?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Oh, man.
The only one I like more than that is Campo Verde.
Yeah.
And that's just because the atmosphere in there. It
Yeah,
feels
yeah.
like Las Vegas and Christmas had a sex and had a restaurant.
baby and then puked it
Yeah.
up right there.
Cool. All
Yeah,
right.
Mezcales is pretty good.
Yeah,
All right.
no, we spent a couple birthdays over there, and
Yeah.
I think it's better than El Paseo.
That's a first date spot for me.
Really?
Yeah. Like I have like generic go-to ones, I guess, that
Yeah.
are just kind of, I mean, I know they're good.
Yeah, you took us to one in San Antonio that one
Yeah.
time.
Hey, that was great, man.
That was
Viola's? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was some good food.
That was during the pandemic. When
That
was
was.
That was in November. I think beginning of November.
it? Yeah. It was a lot of fun. My brother lives
yeah.
in San Antonio now.
Oh, really?
So maybe I need to ask you for good spots to go to because he's
What area is he in?
I think north.
North? Because I was in the west side.
No big deal.
Throw one up for my fam down there. So
All right. Do you have a favorite Fort Worth drinking spot?
My
probably
butt.
yeah, probably McFly's. I mean,
McFly's?
Yeah.
that's become a recent
Say
one.
like
but
your own house. Like
I feel kind of comfortable because for me, I just hate going to places that I've never been before, and once I go, I'll go with someone. If I don't like going somewhere new by myself. So if I actually, it's right by her old house. I love that place. I took many a first date there, and then took them back. And
Oh my god.
Oh. Yeah, I mean that's what he does. Okay, so do you have a favorite podcast? You could say your own.
I mean,
I know you
that's
go back.
the
And
obvious.
I know you go back and listen to them.
I'm trying to think of like other ones because I listen to all the local ones and stuff.
Yeah.
And like as far as big podcasts, it'd probably be like Joe Rogan, just because some of the guests he has on
Man,
are very.
he has some great guests on there.
Yeah.
I started listening to the what was the podcast? It's got the Korean guy that's the comedian.
Bad Friends.
Bad
Yes,
Friends. Yeah.
I started listening.
They're going to
to
be in town.
Really?
Yeah, they're going to be here. I forgot when I saw it last night, but they're going to be in town at Toyota Pavilion.
Dude,
Why
that's
is it
awesome.
okay that they can make jokes and stuff and not get canceled?
I know.
And it's okay, but if we do it, we get in trouble.
Like comedy is just like,
Man,
I mean, you got to have either a thick skin for it or you don't.
because
honestly.
the Bobby's mother joke just cracks me.
I'm Bobby
yeah.
Mudda.
I'm Bobby Mom.
I'm Bobby Mom. Yeah, other than your cross-eyed mother.
Yeah.
Dude, that gets me rolling every time. Paul keeps telling us that's the direction we need to go anyway. So maybe we should.
Maybe we should be.
Y'all need more edge.
Yeah.
All right.
I just need to be. You know what? My problem is tonight. I'm not drunk. Like I need
We
to.
Yeah,
gotta
but we
fix
can't.
that.
We can't have you drunk.
Yes,
'cause
we
Then
can.
you're
Come
terrible.
on, Javier.
All right.
Challenge accepted.
Favorite movie of all time. The one that you're going to stop on, no matter where it's at.
Wait, no. Hold on. You do a better job at setting this
All
question
right,
up.
Let me. Okay, you're flipping through the channels. It's back in. It's 1992. You don't have cable.
You've never masturbated before. Or, I mean, maybe. I don't know.
You're flipping through the
What's
channels.
this thing?
What's
You're,
this button?
you're flipping through the channels, and it's that one movie that's playing on like channel 39, and it's just you
Or
know,
33.
or 33. It's gonna be one of those random movies on Sunday afternoon, but you're like, I love this movie. I don't care where it's at. I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna watch it, and I have to. I can't do anything else. I have to watch the movie.
This is 1992.
It doesn't have
It
to
could
be
be
1990.
any year.
I don't fucking. I was.
But
like
just
nine.
imagine in that type of environment where
Sunday Night Heat. I don't know.
Shit.
you're just
So just some movie that's if it's no matter if
no
it's
matter
on,
where it's
No matter
at,
where it's at, you will have to
can't
watch
start
it.
it from the beginning. You're just gonna watch it wherever you pick it up at.
I mean, Con Air is one.
I just saw that the other day. I mean,
Oh,
I've seen
I
it
love
forever.
that
I saw it in theaters.
There's a bunch of movies that I just like. Con Air, The Rock. What's another one?
General Shaw.
Con Air freaks me out. There's
Yeah.
one scene,
Which one?
and it's whenever Steve Buscemi is sitting there in the pool with the little girl.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just like, you're so
It's
fucking creepy, man.
how- Are you sick?
And then they start singing, and you got the whole world in his hands. I'm like, oh my gosh, what a fucking
But then they trick you.
weirdo.
They're like, "Oh, he fucking murdered her."
Yeah.
And then she's like,
Yeah.
"Bye," waving at the plane.
I know.
It's such a good movie, though. Honestly, have
I
you
love it.
seen? Have you seen that
the new one
the
with
new
Nicolas
one with
Cage?
Nicolas Cage and Pedro Pascal?
No, I want to see
Holy
that.
fuck, dude! You've got.
It
Have you
looks-
seen it?
It looks
Yes,
funny.
after I'll set you up with a login to my Plex server.
Okay.
So I've got I have like 700 something movies,
Oh.
and I'll set you up. No one else can have it. You listen.
Don't ask.
Don't ask.
You know what? I'm going to tell Tammy to
off.
tell Jesse.
I'll give it to you too.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, dude, you will love it. Like it was so
It
hilarious.
seems like something that that I want to watch.
Yeah,
so.
it was surprising. Like I thought it was gonna be really stupid, but
pirate.
it is incredibly good.
Yarr.
Let's get out of here. Get out of here with that shit.
Past your bedtime.
Anyways,
He is a pirate. Yar. You know what my favorite pirate scene is?
I have 700 and something adult movies. Hervey is correct, actually, coming from the chat.
Dude, you know how much like
Oh.
going
All
ba-
porn.
going back on
all
my
porn
old
spoofs, actually.
A porn Con Air.
Yeah.
Porn Air.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Come Air.
Put the bunny down and get on your knees.
Actually, it's actually called con porn. It's
Con porn.
I don't know. Anyways, all
Did
right.
we just go through the Funky Five?
We did. You did
Holy
it.
shit.
that
You,
it?
you made it through the.
Oh, shit.
You,
Okay.
The
you
Fort
did.
4 seems kind of better than this.
I
The
know.
Fort 4 seems like it goes for like half
I give
an
you
hour.
thinkers.
Yeah. What the
It
hell?
goes like that's the fucking first hour of my show usually.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Introduction and then the Fort 4.
Wait, no. Who's your favorite local musician?
Oh, I
Tim?
missed that one. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh my lord.
We only did 4.
God, I don't know anymore.
Or musician. Period. You can do that too.
He doesn't have a musician anymore, do you? You don't like anything.
I mean, I was always a fan of
He's a
Josh
nihilist.
Brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one. Man, whenever I was standing at Spencer's Corner, and there's
Oh,
actually
yeah.
video of it on YouTube. The night I was there, like it's not me, but it's him, and when he sang "I Will Always Love You,"
Yeah.
because I was up there with Josh Gear, and he was like drunk, and I was like kind of holding him up against the wall, and he started singing that. I was like, "There's no way!" And then he started singing "If I," I was like, Oh man, I like fell in love with that dude.
Yeah.
I was just like, man.
We used to see him like every time he'd play somewhere, we would always just make it a point to go watch him perform.
Yeah.
Like Spencer's Corner, he would play a lot at
I
Spencer's
love
Corner.
that bar.
Bro, did you ever go to the wet t-shirt contests?
No.
Do you know there was two Spencer's Corners? So which one did you go to?
The one
Ridgemar Mall.
Ridgemar Mall.
Yeah. Okay. So I think the original one was.
I thought it was there.
No, it wasn't because my boss back in like the 60s and 70s used to go to Spencer's Corners, and it was not there. It was at some other location.
Oh.
So that was the second, and I can't remember where he said it was at. Maybe Cherry Lane or something like that.
It seems like it'd be
Yeah.
a logical
I
place
love
to-
that bar, honestly. Like,
It was a great
It
bar.
was a great setup, and it was just, oh man.
Always go downstairs to play like shuffleboard or pool. I remember a couple of times getting blackout drunk over there. It was a lot of fun. I spent some of my best times, like my younger years, like whenever I was legal, like over there.
Yeah.
So it was really cool.
Josh, he got so drunk that night, and I don't remember what it was, but like he didn't have his wedding ring on or something like that. And he got home, and I made sure he put it on because I was a bro. And
Yeah.
but his wife was there, and she was all like, "Oh, did y'all have fun? Were y'all hanging out with girls and stuff?" And I was like, "No." It's like Josh was on the dance floor. He's all like dancing and pointing at the ring and stuff, or whatever. This fan, and I was like, he was doing that, and then she was laughing, and then she thought I was being serious.
Oh my God.
I was like, "Oops," but yeah, there were some good nights.
Jokes on her.
I
yeah.
mean, that's it's been a long time. They ain't been together for a long time.
Man, I hadn't been to. I mean, I went to Spencer's Corner maybe like a handful of times, maybe 3 or 4. I didn't go there that
Dude,
often.
the old bars we used to go to, like, do not compare. Like, I think, like, nowadays the younger crowd goes to 7th Street. You know, they have their fun and, you know, get stupid with, like, a billion people. But, like, man, back when we were, like, going out and drinking, like, those were some of the best, like, times to be going to a bar.
I still want to. So Jessie's got a birthday coming up, and she's got this whole plan of what she wants to do, and so we're gonna do it. She wants to go to the museums during the day, and
Which
then
one?
she wants to go to like the Modern and the Kimball and a few art museums during the day, and then that evening she wants to go to Texas Day Brazil. She's never been to Texas Day Brazil. I'm like, cool,
Oh, neither is Tammy.
let's go.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
So after that, I told her, I was like, well, if we're gonna be out in downtown, we might as well go check out Houston Street and see what's going on down there.
Yeah.
I mean, they still have bars. I don't know how dead it is or if it's bustling anymore
Bustling.
or you
All
know.
right, Grandpa.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on down there, but
Very cosmopolitan.
I do know that Patty Reds has been gone for a long time.
Creepers.
We used
Oh, my.
we used to love
Francis
going
Ghost.
to Patty Reds, and now it's no longer a thing, but it's the Winchester.
Oh, okay.
It's still open, so I wouldn't mind checking that out. Pete's Dueling Piano, I think, is still down there.
Library's
I
still
love
there.
Library's still there. Are we still boycotting the library?
Yeah,
Does
no.
that guy
The
own
guy
it
doesn't
still?
own it, no. He
Okay,
doesn't.
cool. Yeah, he was a real piece of shit.
Did you, because you lived over there in Northwestern Hills, right? That
Yeah.
area with Danny, right? Y'all lived together over
No.
there, or
Yes, let's go see Tammy's
in,
friend at Thompson's.
Euless.
I thought they were. It looked like they were doing,
they're
remodeling.
redoing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was this bar in Northwestern Hills. It's
I'm gonna,
right
I'm gonna
now.
bust
It's,
this
it's
open.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna try these.
there's a Boomer Jacks there now, but it used to be like another bar.
I always known it as Boomer Jacks, where that was.
I was gonna say BJ's, but that's the if you're watching live, we're eating hot mustard Doritos.
Hot
that
mustard Doritos.
Jared brought. Oh, Jared.
You know what that tastes like?
what?
It tastes like the hot mustard from the chicken nuggets at McDonald's.
It's a hot mustard at the Chinese food place.
It is. I don't hate it.
Damn, I like it. I would eat that. I eat that with a hot dog.
I would eat that with a hot dog. I would
Holy
put that
shit.
in with a hot dog.
Yes, Jared. Can I
Shit's
tell you?
fire.
So, like a couple months back, Jared asked me. He's like, "Hey, I saw you had those one chip challenge chips. Can you get me one?" I'm like, "Yeah, cool. It's gonna be in the mailbox. If you go out there right now, it's still
It's
in the
still
fucking
in there.
mailbox. I'm not even kidding.
It was actually for Alex because he has a brother-in-law that always brags that he can eat one. You know about how he can eat spicy shit. So when he was like, "Dude, at Christmas time, if he starts bragging again, I'll be like, all right, man, prove it." and then see what he does.
Did he ever eat one?
No, because it's in your mailbox.
Dude, I'm not. And I'll tell you right now. I'm like, I wonder why my mailman hasn't taken it, but it's been there. Like ever since you asked me, it's still there.
I
If
need
you
to
go over
grab it
there-
on the way out.
But I got other ones here. If Alex wants,
They're out there.
oh yeah, they're over there.
I was like, I don't see him. I see Wheaties.
Hey, I have a question.
Shut up, Chad. All right. Anyways,
But
Yes, Mr. Chad.
no, Chad doesn't have any questions.
yes, Mr. Ch- I want another one of these Doritos, man. They were really good.
I need to. Did you catch? Did you catch the questions that I had on there that made AI Chad say?
No. Or I heard them, but I don't remember what they are.
If you could be any color, what would it be and why the color pink?
Just random shit like that. I'm gonna keep coming up with questions and things for AI Chad. All right. Yeah, so I definitely want to check out. I want to go down to Houston Street and see what's going on down there these days. It's been a long time. But what I wanted to kind of get into on this episode is I want to kind of touch in on like
Memories.
embarrassing moments in our lives, right?
Well, Tangy
And-
Ketchup, he is just opened, so we're going
Right.
to try that real quick.
Tangy ketchup.
Is it very tomatoey?
I'll let y'all enjoy.
It's McDonald's ketchup.
It is. I'd put that on a.
Spicy, but
I would put that on a sandwich, a bologna sandwich.
oh
Ooh,
yeah.
yeah, that sounds amazing.
I'd do that. Okay, so do you? What's like one embarrassing moment that you remember, like in your life? Like what's one that just pops up in your head? You're just like, I remember this happening. It was terrible. Maybe not terrible, but like you relive it and you're just like, man, I was so stupid.
You know, boner in the classroom. Bell rings, you get up, and you're like,
I don't
"Fuck."
remember. I don't remember anything like that.
I've gotten that before. I usually put the backpack over my wiener.
Is that why you carried your backpack on
Yep,
the front
that's
all
what
the time?
I did always.
Oh, here's got a boner.
Man, now I know. Like
Fuck. I don't know.
I know I have a hard time remembering anything embarrassing that
My
I
most
did.
embarrassing moment was like when I was in second grade, and I was running for like school office or something like that, and so like I just put my name to enter, and they had every kid like who was running for something go on stage in front of the school, and you had to like kids were like, I'm gonna give y'all like every Goosebump book and pizzas every day. Kids being a fucking kid, you're like
yeah,
saying dumb
making
shit like
empty promises.
yeah. Like, oh, I have to-
Everyone's gonna get a Dodge Viper.
Every water fountain's gonna have
Yeah.
Hawaiian punch and
all the boys get Playboys and all the girls get dishes to wash or dumb shit like that. But like people that that was the thing, and then like it was my turn and I had nothing prepared, and I was just like quiet for like maybe 30 seconds, and then
like vote for Pedro or something.
I was like, just vote for me. And so, people clapped and whatever. And then after school, people were like, I wanted to vote for you, but I didn't know your name. And I was like, oh, fuck, man. There was like it still like haunts me to this day. And then
so as a 2-year-old they had like class president shit.
second grade. It was like second grade.
Second grade, no, 2-year-old.
2-year-old. Oh, I'm a baby. No, but then like they had smaller office, like class officers that you were voting for. And my teacher's like, that was such a horrible display you showed out there. You can't run for school officer. Like they were just like, that was so bad. You can't
You
do
had a
it.
teacher say you suck.
That fucking bitch was like being an asshole. I'm like, and thinking now, I'm like, I was a fucking child. Like if my parents would have known that, they'd beat the fucking brakes off that bitch.
I don't remember like an embarrassing moment for myself, but I do remember in like 4th and 5th grade or whatever that there was a choir at AV Cato, and I tried out for the choir, and at like 4th and 5th grade I'd already started going through puberty. I blossomed early. Started
You're a
growing
Jelly King giant.
started growing my breasts and all. No, got monthly visitor. No, I mean I started. My voice got deeper and it started to crack a little bit.
Oh, well,
It wasn't so much like that. It wasn't that bad, but I remember getting just like the rejection of like, I'm sorry, you don't get to be in the choir. And then I remember seeing other people that were in it, and I was like, Well, I sing a lot better than these guys. I was so upset.
Okay. Okay, we're reading the group chat. So sending a message to someone about how the potluck food they were making would hide the cat hair when I meant to send it to a different coworker. I still cringe hard at myself for that one.
Oh, shit.
It's kind of like one of those things where you like send someone a message you meant to send to someone else. And you're like, oh fuck!
Like you,
know.
so I did this whenever I was single and I was going through like the whole dating thing.
You're like, man, that girl's thing was smelly.
No, I remember sending a picture of like someone that I was talking to on Tinder, and I was like took a screenshot and I was supposed to send it to the group message. And I ended up sending it to the girl that I was talking to.
That fucking freaked me out. I heard his laugh like over
in
here.
the
And I was
echo?
like, what the hell? Oh, really?
Yeah, I ended up sending it to the girl that I was talking to, and I just had to play it off. I was like, no, I was like, I really like this picture of you. I thought it looked really, I thought this one was really nice. But I was trying to send it to the group message and be like, what do y'all think, man? And I remember just like cringing so hard about that. Just like, I hope she doesn't bring it up, whatever. I mean, luckily that didn't go, that relationship didn't blossom or anything happen, but
that's probably
still,
why.
Yeah, of course. There's like, what kind of freak? He's just doing screenshots of my Tinder profile.
Jared, can I trouble you for another beer, please?
No, you may not.
I don't remember any like cringy things in high school though, other than
I know, because I'm
just existing.
I don't. Yeah, it was just awkward.
Jared and I had the same hairstyle at some point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Butt crack.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tammy gets on to me because like my hair sometimes like I can't do anything about it. It just like flops into the butt crack, and she's like, "No, come here.
No middle
Nope.
part.
No middle part. Come on."
Are you allowed to do a slick back, or what about a side part? You can do a side part.
Man bun.
Man bun. I do. It's getting long enough to where I'm close, but I'm not that close. I'm not.
What are you growing it for?
You know what? Last time I grew it out.
He does this.
Last time I grew it out, I was like, you know what? Before I go bald, and I just want to grow my hair because you saw my hair when it was really long, right?
I don't remember how long it was.
It was like up to here, right?
Yeah.
I was able to like
Long enough to put in like
like
braids
a bun or something, or braids. Yeah, I had like braids. It looked really nice.
I wish I could pull off long hair. I'd look like an idiot.
Dude, you keep saying whenever you go bald, but I mean, I've seen your dad. He's
I
got
know.
hair.
I mean, my hairline.
Pelo.
My son is a disappointment. No, but
Gil's got a good. He's got a full head of hair.
Gil's got a
Yeah.
thick head of hair. That hair. Gil had the fucking butt crack hair.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh my god! Like I think I had pictures of y'all whenever like Gil has some of his stuff here at the house and of
Probably.
y'all in high school
Oh man.
Oh no, I'm thankful that I didn't.
because y'all hung out a lot, right? In high
Yeah.
school.
It was like me, him, Justin Sellers. Like we weren't like nerds, but like we weren't like cool kids. So we were
Yeah.
just like in that awkward like middle part.
Yeah.
Well, Justin was kind of nerd, but
Yeah. But
I'm thankful I didn't do the whole. And I don't know if you remember this in middle school, but
Masturbating a
the
lot?
guys that would shave their head but leave the little tuft of
oh,
bangs.
you mean the Mexicans?
I did that.
No, there was a bunch of white people that did that. You
I-
did that. You were one of those.
So I didn't do it. I did it. So every summer, whenever I was in like grade school, in the summer when we get out of school, me and my brother, we would shave our heads and then let it grow out over the summer,
Yeah.
and then you'd have your get it all fixed up or whatever. And there was this kid in school in the fourth grade or fifth grade or something like that had that, and it was a white kid. His name was Chaz Skelly. I think he actually became a UFC fighter or something like that. But he did it, and I was like, man, that's so cool. And I told my mom. So me and my brother got the same haircut.
Oh my god!
And if you're wearing a hat, we look normal, but we look like idiots because I'm all like smiling, buck teeth, and these big ass bangs that came down to here and shit.
I remember kids doing like not the Mexican kids. I mean, some of them had that, but I'm talking like I remember white kids having that in high school. And I'm like, I'm so glad. I wanted to do that, but my mom would not.
What was
let
the
me.
assistant principal's name? The one that looks like a little mafia guy.
Oh, man, I don't remember.
in high school.
I don't remember if he was in high school, but he looked like, I don't know,
Joe Pesci.
kind of like he had dark hair and he was kind of shorter and he looked like he was gonna like bust your kneecaps or something.
Oh my
but
god!
I don't remember his name, but I remember him talking to this kid. And he had that, and he's like, "What's with your haircut, man? Just look, you got a mustache on your head." And the kid was just like, "Oh man, it's cool." So.
It did
Man,
look-
you
it-
loser.
It did look like a mustache.
But a lot of
yeah.
the, because I remember all the kind of vatos or whatever came back from school summer one year, and they all had that kind of haircut.
Yeah.
And that was like the cool one and whatever.
It's kind of like the Edgar
Yeah, which,
Yeah.
haircut.
which we're not
like
allowed
now.
to say.
I can say it
I
because
know.
I'm Mexican.
Yeah, but white people aren't supposed to call it the Edgar.
I had the fucking Edgar. It was a fucking chili bowl. That's all it fucking is.
I know.
Like, I mean,
I had an Edgar when I was in like fourth grade.
I think we all had Edgars. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's no, it's like, you know.
everyone has a little Edgar. in
So,
their
so
life.
what was your most embarrassing moment of high school, Jared?
Oh fuck! I don't even really know. I mean, I didn't really do anything that I felt like I would get embarrassed at or something.
Yeah.
But I remember that in PE, if you wore shorts or wind pants, you didn't have to change for gym.
Yeah.
And I would always wear like my Jinko shorts or my Adidas wind pants. And then one time the teacher said that he wasn't going to be there, so I wore jeans. I was like, "Oh man, I'm not going to have to change. We're not going to do anything today." And then I saw him, and I was like, "Oh, I thought you were going to be here today, sir." And he's like, "Oh, I'm here. I'm just doing other stuff." Oh, okay. I had like a little mini heart attack because I was like, I don't have any clothes to change for gym. I was like, I got to get in trouble.
Dude, I failed PE.
How do you do
Why?
that?
Yeah.
'Cause I didn't suit out or whatever. I didn't wear.
Oh, I remember you would get like
I didn't wear.
marks.
Yeah, I got. Yeah, like I had bad grades in PE because I didn't want to change. I didn't want to change in front of people. I thought that was
Yeah,
weird.
me too. That was my thing. So that's why I always wore my shorts or my windbreakers.
That's wild.
Yeah, I never did that.
All right, so I guess since we're talking about like most embarrassing moments, let's talk about like best moments in high school. I guess
I mean,
in school, not like being out, like partying and
no, I
getting,
think if I
you
man,
know, weird stuff.
I don't want to ever go back in time to go through high school again. Although I always think
fuck
about like if you know what you know now, like how you could do things differently, right?
Yeah.
And like, I mean, you would be a king of the school kind of thing.
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, you have so much knowledge, right?
Yeah.
But then you'd be in
You
the,
guys know what Google is?
but then you'd be in the same body that you were in high school and maybe not so cool. I think my most, I don't know, the best memory, probably surprisingly winning homecoming class prince.
Oh yeah, you did right.
And I didn't even know that I was even like nominated. I didn't even vote.
Yeah.
And then
It
some
was
of
you and Anthony, right?
Are you
Anthony
the only
was,
one nominated? Or?
no, there were several people that are nominated. I didn't know that I was nominated, and I had people come up to me like, "Oh, I voted for you. Oh, I voted for you." I was like, "Voted for me for what?"
for top bitch.
Yeah, basically. And then I won that, and it was me and Stephanie Thomas was
Oh yeah, you're right. There was a picture
Hey.
of y'all too.
Yeah.
It's in the yearbook.
Damn.
That's right. That's probably my most fond memory.
I never won anything like that. I did. I didn't really put myself out there.
I didn't either.
I just blended in the background. I did. You remember Whiz Quiz?
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
You know, I was in college. I was a champion
College Bowl.
of College Bowl.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fucking cool.
They sent me to Houston to go compete with other schools.
I
colleges.
remember we did so good one year. We were undefeated for like, I think like 5 or 6 times. And then Mr. Sperry was like, "If you kids go undefeated through the whole year, then I'll teach y'all all how to ski and stuff." We're like, "Cool." And then we lost like that.
Oh yeah,
match.
wasn't he like he was like a
He was like a
Like
Guinness Book World Record,
yeah,
like stilt skier.
yeah.
Sperry, right?
Yeah,
Sperry?
Yeah, Mr. Sperry.
Yeah. Is he still alive?
No,
I doubt it.
No way.
He was old, man.
He
His
wasn't
wife
that old.
passed away quite a few years ago, but he lived over there off of like Cahoba or something like that,
Yeah.
down by the lake.
Uh-huh.
I was just like, damn. But yeah, I just remember that because him or Biggin would like transport us back here and forth
Yeah.
to the matches when we had to go to other schools.
Yeah, they can't do that anymore. You can't invite kids over to like teach them skiing. And
Come
shit.
on, come over to my house
Yeah.
there, kids. No, do you ever go back and like look up and see if like your old teachers are still alive?
Yeah.
I can't even remember half of their names.
What? Tracy Gallman.
Yeah.
The one that
Isn't
that Mrs. Gallman?
Yeah,
From-
that's
No.
Tracy is the teacher.
Tracy Gall. That's
the grandmother.
That's the
That's the old
grandmother.
lady.
Yeah. Isn't it? She was a teacher.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. She was a
'Cause she
math
was my
teacher.
3rd grade teacher. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Mrs.
you know,
Gallman, yeah.
it's weird because I was like
Not
thinking about
Tracy.
like, is she
Tracy's-
still?
Tracy was not. It was.
No, Tracy was
I
No.
swore that was her name.
Yeah.
Though. It was
It
Tracy.
wasn't.
the old one, the old lady.
The school board lady's Tracy.
She gone.
She gone.
What does that mean, Hervey? Fuck.
I mean, she was old. She was old as hell.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, damn, man, this bitch is still active in the city council.
I mean,
and shit.
it was like weird because those were one of the times where she still had these old ass computers with floppy disks.
Yeah.
like big fucking.
I remember
floppies.
I was in charge of turning on the computer in the morning.
Really.
And fucking Tyler Tanner, he's sitting there, it's booting up, and then at one point it says like press this for to enter this mode or whatever. And I was like, don't do that, stupid! God, I'm gonna get in trouble. And like, I thought it was
Tyler,
like,
you
ruined.
piece of shit.
So
Yeah.
all right. So Tracy is married to this guy named Brad. Brad Gallman is the son of the teacher that you're talking about.
Okay,
Brantley.
Brantley was their
Brantley was the
kid.
grandson of her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so is Tyler Tanner.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
That's why he was there.
God, that kid was such a shit, dude. I remember him calling me because, hey Jared, I'm leaving this answer on my answer machine. My mom got me the dragon dagger. This is what it sounds like. And he played out all of them. Okay, I'll see you at school tomorrow.
What a piece of shit.
I was like, piece of shit.
Fuck you, Tanner. I hope you have a uncurable foot fungus or something. I was gonna say like herpes. Or
She's at the Tupac and Biggie concert right
oh
now.
man, R.I.P.
Oh, she passed away. Oh.
I think about that though. Like,
What was her first name though?
Tracy.
No, Tracy. It wasn't Tracy.
it was Tracy.
It was not.
Yes, it was.
I feel like it was. though.
I'm telling you. Well, Chad's listening. He's probably watching right now.
man.
Chad, pull up a fucking yearbook, man. Pull up the goddamn yearbook. Chad.
People are yelling at us like, why are y'all talking
Why are
about?
you talking about school?
Who fucking cares?
My favorite high school memory was
Carol. Her name was Carol.
Carol
That's what it
Gallman.
was.
Carol Gallman?
Yeah,
Where'd you get that from?
out of my head.
Oh, was
Like
it?
I had to think for a second. Yeah.
Mr.
Mr. Hammer?
Coach Hammer?
Coach
yes.
Hammer,
He had that
yeah.
little mohawk kind of.
Oh my God, he was it?
He always
Get,
looks surprised.
didn't he get caught for like fucking being a creeper?
Probably.
I think he did. All of them
Yeah,
were.
yes.
Mr.
All
Rickson
those.
did. I
Who?
remember that. The little short Spanish teacher. He's like, "Hola, estudiantes, cómo está?"
Oh my
and he
God.
wore the two-tone big glasses that were tinted at the top, and he would sit there and look at like girls and shit.
Oh my God, dude.
And I want to say someone found a journal that he was writing. and,
Today
like,
I
he was talking about
masturbated to
chicks.
Susie.
Mr. Wood, yes.
Mr. Wood was a fucking pervert, bro.
He cut his foot open because he was my teacher, I think, 6th grade or something like that. And he cut his foot open with his lawnmower.
Oh, I
And
remember that.
He was out for like the whole year.
I'm trying to.
And then Mr. Putnam came in.
Hey, what would Theo Vaughn would be like? Yeah, we had this old guy in high school that he'd just look at girls and over his
Yeah.
glasses, you know.
Yeah.
And
We had this Spanish teacher
like-
dude that he had these tinted glasses that he'd just sit there with them old oculars looking at them ladies and shit.
you
and-
paid him $5 though. He would.
He'd write you a story about a couple of them. So.
Did you ever hear the story that he put like mirrors on his shoes and like would look
Yeah,
at
I
girls'
heard that
skirts?
story, too.
It was just
There were
fucking-
so many like big legends and
Yeah,
shit. What was his name? The real tall, like science teacher coach. Was it Coach
McDermott?
Bueller?
I remember.
Oh yeah,
McDermott
Bueller
or-
glasses. Oh
Yeah.
my God, we
They-
saw
he drove
Bueller.
that- He drove that little Geo Metro,
Yeah.
and the rumor was always that he had the front seat taken out. He just sat in the back.
You know, we saw
It's
saw
so tall.
Bueller. We saw Bueller and another coach at New Orleans Knights.
Really? Hell yes. Get
And
yours.
we were just eating steak. Me and Anthony were eating steak. We're like, holy fuck, it's Bueller.
Sperry. Gosh.
Oh my God, dude, it's weird.
Fucking-
Like, and I know like a lot of people are like, who the fuck are y'all talking about? It's like go back to your friends and like talk about high school, man, because it's like fun memories. Like I
Yeah.
remember like seeing my first titty was like in freshman year.
Really?
And, like one of the listeners of the show.
It was
we-
one of the listeners'
I
titties.
was-
We were like,
I
hey,
was 16.
yeah.
Yeah.
We were like, hey, it's weird talking about it now, I guess, because we were.
Would it
underage.
be cool if you showed me your chest?
Yeah. It was. Yeah.
Can I see that tit?
But it was weird because it was during class, and she just like turned around. We sat in the back of the class because we were bad kids.
None of that shit ever happened to me in
No.
school.
Oh, bro, I got a lot of stories to tell you. Then,
God.
like, I remember. I think it was juniors, freshman or sophomore. I don't know. One of the years.
Yeah.
Like, I got my first hand job was like
Oh my gosh.
in the school bathroom.
What?
Yeah. And this is before, and it's weird because we were the last class. We were the last senior class to have cameras in the school. And so the year after, they put cameras. So there was one, she was in my English class, and it was me and another kid. And then, like, I don't know, man. It was weird. It was just like, I was like, oh, yeah, okay. Okay, yeah. You know, you get that nervous,
Something's
like, you're like,
tingling.
oh, okay, yeah. And so it didn't last too long. You're just like,
Well, yeah, at that age, anyone touches it that's not you, you're
yeah,
like, oh
yeah.
my God.
I was like, oh. It was weird.
Well, I guess I'll call you.
Oh my God.
I can't talk on the phone past 8, so remember that.
My mom answers.
Glad I'm not in high school
If she
anymore.
answers, just hang up the phone.
Dude, that was the most nerve-wracking shit.
If
Like
your
getting a
mom
girl's
answered.
number and then like calling them. You're like, oh fuck, oh God, you just gotta do it, you just gotta do it.
That was
Like,
the most nerve-wracking shit, and
I
people
hate-
don't
I was never
realize
good
that
with
now.
girls.
No, me neither. Me neither. I know I look like I was.
People don't know that though because they don't know the struggle because you had to call.
Yeah, you couldn't text them or
No,
anything.
you called their landline, and most people didn't have the money to have 2 lines at the house or whatever.
Yeah.
And so it's just a generic phone line, and then the dad picks up, and you're just like, click, hang up
Yeah.
real quick.
Who is this?
Yeah.
Says here
Is
is.
Heather there?
Are you trying to have sex with my daughter?
Yes, sir.
All right then. I just wanted to make sure you're being honest. God loves you.
Yeah, she's a little ticklish in the thighs.
Whoa!
Don't ask me how I know.
Ask her ex-boyfriend. He
No,
told
that
me
was the worst.
everything.
Or you can get their screen name
Yeah.
and then just like message them and remember that, just like
Yeah.
blah 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 wants to. Then
Yeah.
then you leave your away message. And like, oh, did she mention me in it? Oh,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. That was always a thing for me. I was like, oh man.
And then you'd have those people that would always be online
Mm-hmm.
and just always had an away message up, and then you're like, man, they're never there. And then they're like, oh, you can message me anytime. I'm like, oh.
Or like
such a
yearbooks, it's
creep.
like, you're cool. Call me sometime. We'll hang out.
She gave me her number.
Awkward
man.
years, man, growing up.
I
It's
was
just
awkward
fucking-
as fuck.
Do you feel like you like aged up? Like, do you feel like you kind of like the glow up was real? Like for you?
For now, yeah. Like I'm got so much more game and shit. Like
It's fucking Jesse looked at a picture of me. So recently, one of my old friends that I grew up with, she was going and purging through like all her photos, right? So she put it on Facebook. Hey, if I have any photos of you, would you want them? And I was like, yeah, I don't have any photos that I know of that I
Like
own.
that?
Yeah. And so Jesse, I showed her some pictures. She's like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you grew into your teeth. That's what she said. I was like, bitch, grew into my
Oh my
teeth.
God! Don't
you had
say
your
that.
I
Edgar.
was like, what? I did. I had an Edgar.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you posted that right on? Yeah, you did.
I think
yeah,
I did,
Yeah,
yeah.
you did. It was hilarious, man. I shared it to the group chat. I'm like, look at this.
Yeah, I think we're
loser."
gonna. I think we should just. We should do a. I feel like we should really. If we ever release like a comedy album or whatever, we'd put those 3 pictures on there. That'd be our album cover.
that would be badass.
I think
Actually.
that's what we do.
That'd be a lot of fun.
That would be.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if we could
Alright.
do. Can we do a comedy album?
I think so. I think it'd be good. Honestly, like I think we need to do what Paul was saying. I think how y'all were on Saturday for your episode, I think we need to be because I think that
Yeah, because it helped that we were all out kind of drinking and stuff
Yeah.
at McFly's, and then we went back and then recorded, which I would love to do that every
Mm-hmm.
time, but I mean, sometimes you just don't have the same vibe at like your house.
True.
So.
100%.
Sometimes it's not practical to do that. All right. So we've reminisced about high school. We reminisced about some of the weird shit that we've had going on, like
How many times you masturbate a week, there, boy?
embarrassing moments and
Currently
whatnot.
or previously.
I want to. So recently, I started taking a new supplement to help me sleep. It helps me just go to sleep at night. But one of the side effects is that I actually have vivid dreams again,
Ooh.
What?
which I haven't had. Like I couldn't tell you what my last dreams were prior to that. So I'm taking it's like magnesium and this L-theanine or whatever and Apigen, and it's supposed to help you just like relax and shut your frontal lobe down and be able to actually go to sleep. And it does. It helps me actually fall asleep. But I do have these crazy dreams, and I've had some like weird shit. But I wanted to ask, like, do you remember any of your dreams, like, or any like wild ass dreams that you had?
I remember a few, like, I remember one time I was, I want to say I was going to be leaving the next day to go down to see Danny in College Station. Yeah, I had my little boombox stereo in my bedroom, and this one you had like an audio in, so I had like some music on a music player thing. And I remember, like, do you ever pull like the audio of what's going on in real life into your dream?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So the song was Finger 11, that if I traded it all, if I gave it all away for one thing.
And then you realize that Chris Benoit killed his family. Yep, totally.
So in my dream, it was the Pat Morita from Karate Kid and Mel Gibson. And it was like, in my dream, it was them. And then he was just like, well, I guess I got to do what I got to do. And then like that song started up, and then Pat Morita started singing it to Mel Gibson. I just thought it was so. He's like, if it traded it, oh, and I was like, what? And I woke up the next day. I was like, what the fuck was that about?
Why did Pat Morita?
Did you
sing-
do you fall? I mean, did you used to fall asleep with your radio playing and stuff?
I used to when I was younger. Yeah. Now, I mean, sometimes I do. Like, whenever I need to like relax, I'll put on that Nirvana song, that something. In
Oh,
the
yeah.
way. Because it almost like if you put it
So
on
it's like
repeat,
a
it almost
lullaby.
loops.
Yeah.
And it's real underneath the bridge.
Yeah.
Just real calm and mellow, and I'm just like, I do
Do-
my heroin.
Do you feel like that? Do you feel like your dreams of death? Like, do you feel like that's the way you're going to die?
I don't really know if I've ever dreamed about dying in there.
I used to have this dream. It was like a reoccurring dream. It's like it's weird. Do you remember Nick Cloutier?
Yes.
So I had a dream that Nick, and he was dressed in like the stereotypical like golfer, like golf pants, those plaid golf pants.
Yeah.
And he had a flat cap with like a little tough
Puff
little
thingy
puff
out there.
thing on the top. But he was a murderer, and he was going around the house like Jason style with a freaking butcher knife, like just walking through and trying to kill people.
That sounds like more of a Jacob Watson.
And I was having to get away.
That's definitely a Jacob.
I was having to get away from Nick though, man. It was the wildest thing. And he's one of the nicest people.
He's
like
a nice, kind man.
Do you ever have a dream about like a girl at school, and then all of a sudden you're in fucking love with them? Like you don't even like them before, and then they pop up in one of your dreams, and then you're just
You
like,
mean when you were younger?
yeah, not now, like, but whenever you're in high school or something. I had a dream one time about it wasn't a girl in school, but the TV show Step by Step.
Oh yeah, was it Christine Lakin?
Yeah,
Yeah!
I had a dream about her.
I loved her. She was
And
one of my
I was like,
favorite
I woke
characters.
up the
Who
next
didn't
day
like
and
her?
like fucking love with her, and I was like,
my
oh my god,
I just loved her. Like she was a tomboy, but she was girly.
yeah.
and-
I was like, that's my kind of woman.
bro, her Topanga, like I mean, Kimmy Gibbler. I'm kidding.
Darlene. No.
So I'm gonna go through a couple. So BuzzFeed's got this article out, and it was basically some hilarious weird dreams that people have had. And so number one, I had a dream in which I spent a steamy evening with E.T. and he pleasured me.
You jam that long finger up your
I dreamt about the people who had I dreamt about the people who had waffles for heads, and someone took a giant bite out of the top of one of them, so he died, and they had a funeral for him, and I woke up crying. Kit Harington came over to me under Big Ben, put 3 balls of moss
Jon
on
Snow?
me, and said, "Reading is everywhere," as a rainbow formed over his head.
Okay.
Reading Rainbow.
At a scary red restaurant
Inside.
where they made kids sit on the floor, giant macaroni noodles came out of the ground and started eating people. We escaped, though. Batman, Christian Bale's version, and Jareth the Goblin King from the Labyrinth were slap fighting each other like children over who was going to be in the theater with me. Man, I don't understand how your brain works and does that kind of stuff.
I don't know.
I once dreamt a sloth was doing my nails and kept telling me that I should invest in the stock market. I would take that as like a sign, like maybe I should go
Yeah.
get my nails done and dabble in the stocks, you know?
Was it
Yeah.
a specific stock, or it was just like you should invest in the stock?
Yeah.
market"?
I was running
Stock,
away
and then
from
he starts
the
saying it, and you wake up.
I was running away from the guy in the movie Scream, and he finally caught up to me and shoved my face in a bucket of spaghetti.
I mean,
I would rather watch that, I think, than the original Scream. Maybe that'd be a good way. I was running through the maze, and all of a sudden, Kermit the Frog jumped out with a knife. I kept running until Dustin Hoffman rose from the ground and shot Kermit. Sasquatch dressed in drag riding a motorcycle around a small rectangular room full of mob dudes. And then number 10, George Bush was showing me how to take pictures of cats. He was writing plays on a whiteboard like a football coach, showing a plan of action to capture the presidential cats as they lay multicolored eggs all over the place.
You got to see all the whiskers.
Yeah. I mean,
that's
the
pretty
human,
handy.
the human brain's weird, but the fact that I was having just a hard time falling asleep, so I started taking that. And I just started having these like dreams, and unfortunately, I need to start writing them down as I wake up because I
Yes.
lose that dream. And I remember, I know I had like some really good ones. I know I had a really freaky one,
I hate that when you wake up and you know you had this fucking amazing.
and then
dream,
you're like
don't
and then you try to
remember
close your eyes and go back
it.
to
You're just
sleep
like,
to jump
no,
back in it.
no.
Have you been successful to jump back in it though?
I feel like I have, but I don't remember honestly. I don't dream a lot, really. So I've heard that if you snore, you don't dream, and I guess I know I snore a little bit sometimes.
Maybe
so
it's the medicine for me and the fact that I'm on CPAP now.
maybe.
That I actually get like true REM sleep.
I mean, I do snore like a lot,
Yeah.
and I dream. I still like they're not crazy dreams like I used to when I was younger or like skinnier, But because you snore more when you're heavier, so I mean,
Yeah, true.
I'm like choking on like a drumstick
I
or
know.
something. It's
Thanks, Alan.
she has to like Tammy has to like say, turn over, you're not breathing, like nudges me.
You're gonna die.
But it's wild.
All right, so I want to go over like one last topic
Okay.
before we end the night. And I know that you've been in the dating pool, and you've talked to random, you talk to randoms and whatnot. And
Randoms.
and I just want to know, what has been the most memorable weird experience dating as a 38 year old male, 38-year-old male in the United States, specifically in Texas, specifically in DFW.
Are you trying to get me to tell that one story?
No. I don't want you to tell me that.
Like, I know which story you're probably
No,
talking about.
I don't want
but-
you to tell me that one story, but I do want to. I want to know, like, as someone who both of us have significant others that we are in committed relationships, so we don't have to worry about this. I'm just curious, what's it like out there?
Oh, it's a fucking war zone. No, it's a lot more direct and to the point. Like, a lot more people are just kind of like, hey, look, this is what I'm looking for. If you don't meet those, all right, good luck. And then it's like, all right, cool. So,
All right, see you later. So it's like not wasting anybody's time.
yeah. I mean, I'd tell the same thing. I mean, I'd tell them exactly what I'm looking for, or I'm just like, you know what, I don't have feelings for you or whatever. And it's like, bye. So,
Like, I'm not gonna lie, I just want to put it in and get it out.
it's just whenever I was married, I stayed in the marriage because I was comfortable and I enjoyed the lifestyle that we had and hanging out with our friends and stuff.
Yeah.
And I kind of felt like it was over a little bit before, but then whenever I got out of that, I was like, man, why did I stay so long? Just because I was comfortable. So,
All right. So being in the dating world, have you had any very strange first dates?
like current ones, or like from my whole dating life?
I mean,
What's the weirdest? What's
the weirdest first date?
Oh man, weirdest first date. Let's see. Probably. I mean, there's this one girl because I used to work at Domino's, and I would sometimes set it up to where I can meet them after work or whatever. And I think she lived in like Garland or something.
Wow.
So I drove all the way over there, and I'm over there. I was like, I might get to touch her pussy. So, and so I get there, and her and her roommate were just getting back, and they had to enter into the apartment through the window because they had lost the key. They said, and I was like, okay, yeah. And then I didn't
Sounds
think-
like first red flag.
yeah. So then I go in there and sit, and then a couple of their friends show up, and they were like, oh, what do you do, man, for work? And I was like, oh, I deliver pizza for Domino's. And they're like, oh, cool. I was like, what do you do? And he's like, I sell fake drugs to dumb fucks on the internet. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. He's like, yeah, man, they think we're getting this, and I meet up, and then I sell it to them, and then I take off, and they can't ever, find me. And I'm just like, oh, man, that's cool, man. That's very lucrative. So, then they pull out a meth pipe and start smoking meth or ice or whatever. I think it's the same thing.
Yeah.
And they're all like, oh, do you want some? And I was just like, oh, no, I'm cool. Trying to cut down. So trying to seem cool and everything. And I still sat there and stayed through all that thinking, maybe I'll get the touch of pussy.
Oh, my gosh.
And I was sitting there and they smoked meth in front of me. And then I can't remember what it was. Then they had to leave or something like that. And I was just like, do you want me to come back? And I was so pathetic back then. But then I ended up leaving. And now looking back, I'm like, you're a fucking dumbass.
I probably shouldn't have been there.
Yeah.
They might have tried to murder me.
You probably should have done the math, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I think it would have
I know,
been
just-
really cool.
Oh, yeah, sure. Oh.
Oh.
Like I don't remember having any like weird first dates. I do remember I got a bird shit on me in downtown on a date.
That
It's
sucks.
like, and it was probably within the first week of seeing this girl. Just walking, I think we went to 4-day weekend.
Yeah.
We were going to 4-day weekend, and all of a sudden, I just felt something plop on my shoulder. And I look, and I've got this big white, and I was wearing a black shirt. I remember that. I was
That
wearing a black shirt. I got
sucks.
this big.
Big fucking oyster on his
Yeah, oh my-
goddamn.
Too bad it was like,
Yeah, and then
and he pop a Mentos. and
she
figure
thought it was
something out.
fucking hilarious, But I don't think I've ever had like I've never had a meth smoking first date. I can
That
say
was
that.
that was a good one.
Tim,
I've had some interesting first dates. So
it feels like Tim, like somebody, like he only had one good shirt left, but it had bird shit. And he just said, hey, you never guess, but a bird just shit on me. And he just walks in.
Yeah, that's what it was.
It's wild. Yeah, it's got mold. It's weird, right?
She was walking next to me. Like, she was literally standing next to me, so it could have easily landed on her head. But no, instead it hits my shoulder, and I
took
was just
one for
like,
the team.
God. All right. So I'm going to go through a couple of some worst dates, and I want to see what your take on it is and see if they compare to anything that you've done.
It may
right?
spark some memories too. So
We went for coffee, and afterwards, he drove me to his grandparents' house where they were sleeping. He woke them up to introduce me to them. So have you been introduced to any parents or like within the first day that weren't in high school?
I've met a kid the first day.
That's a red flag.
Yeah. He was like 15 or something like that. So I was like, I mean, I get it, but it was still.
I might be your new stepdaddy.
Yeah. Are you my dad? I'm like, no.
We went to a scenic outlook over the city. He came up behind me, put his hands over my belly, and said, "Shit thee not. I can't wait till this is swollen with my seed." We were barely out of high school. I literally ran away in heels at night until I found a payphone.
Holy shit. No, I've never done that before.
Has anybody done that to you?
No. I mean,
You're going to put a baby in my uterus.
All right, I'm going to start by saying I have a very unique laugh. Just before the end of a semester, I started talking to a guy. He really wanted to see the first Avengers movie again. It was so good, he just needed to go again. So I said, okay, I'll go. We got into the theater, we sat down, and then he looked at me and said, since I know when all the funny parts are coming, I'll give you a heads up so you can hold it in.
Wow.
It's kind of a dick thing.
I mean, yeah.
Have you been to a movie with somebody and they just and you didn't like how they laughed and it embarrassed you?
I don't know, because when the only time I took girls to movies actually was like when I was way younger.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think. I was usually trying to grab a boobie or something.
Yeah, yeah.
So-
It went from the hand to the leg to.
Yeah.
But movies are just a bad first date period.
Yeah, I don't like it. I like to go to a restaurant and have a drink or whatever and just eat and chit chat and stuff.
So what about this kind of movie though? He drove us to a movie theater to see a porno in 3D.
Oh,
We seriously sat there wearing those stupid red and blue cardboard 3D glasses watching stuff shoot at the screen. There wasn't a second date. So I mean, I think that'd be worth going, right?
I mean, If it's two dudes, obviously, yeah, absolutely.
All right, so we organized to meet at a pub. As I walked in, he texted to say he was in the loo and told me what beer he wanted. He exited the toilet, sat down without saying hi, took a massive swig of his beer, and launched straight into a story. In the toilet on top of the bog roll, I guess I don't know what language this is, dispenser, there was a mysterious white powder, so he thought it was a good idea to swipe some up and rub it all over his gob. Told this story while laughing uproariously, no questions asked about me.
What? It sounds like an Irish thing.
I think it is. Man, that sounds terrible.
They always try to steal me, Lucky Charms.
He told me he told me we were going to a party with his friends. Turns out it was an intimate proposal for his friend in the woods. There were 6 of us, and I had never met any of them. Fast forward, the proposal happens. She says yes. We are all congratulating them, and then he fake proposes to me in front of everyone as a joke. I was mortified.
Wow.
Have you ever fake proposed to anybody?
No.
All
That's
right.
something I'm not doing.
You know, I think whenever you got engaged, Chad was having a party at his house, and Danny was over there, right?
I can't. It was not many people that came to it. It was only like it's like Mike, Connie, Casey. I think my brother. There was like maybe 11 or 12 people there and stuff.
Because y'all lived close to each other at the time.
Yeah, we lived over off of or not Old Decatur, Cromwell Marine.
Yeah.
Over there, and I invited people to it, but I had it set up pretty cool. Like I did the little video to where I edited together this video, and it's like where we had our first date. Like I had it written on a poster board, and then it was like where we saw our first movie together, where we did this, where we met, and all that stuff. And I go to that spot, and we recorded that on video, and then I edited it all together, and then it was a cool video and whatever. But I set it up to where I was going to have music playing off my laptop the whole night, and then everyone knew I was going to do it except her. So, and then I was going to sing that song from The Wedding Singer, I want to make you smile whenever you're sad. And I was like, dude, this is going to be cool. But I was dressed. I had a Joe Dirt mullet on. I had a Hulkamania t-shirt with the sleeves cut off, camouflage shorts, and then cowboy boots. So I was having a white trash birthday party. And the thing was, I was going to go over there at one point in the night, and I got really drunk because it was at my birthday party.
Yeah.
And at one point in the night, everyone's kind of looking at me like,
When are you going to do it?
oh fuck yeah. And then so I go over there and I start playing because I was playing the music off there, so I just paused it and then started playing the video to where it'd play on the screen. And then I had it set up to where it'd play like Law and Order SVU because that was her favorite show. So at the beginning it says in the criminal justice system, blah blah blah, these are their stories. And then it goes dun dun. It says Jared Johanneson's birthday party, December 28th, whatever. And then it's like a short message like, hey everyone, I got something to show y'all, and just sit back and relax. And I knew where we were gonna put the food. I was like, there's snacks over there if you want something to eat. It was so stupid. And then I played the video, and it was to that song Somewhere Over the Rainbow with like the Hawaiian dude.
Oh, yeah.
Somewhere over the rainbow. So at the end, it was going to say, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Mike Vivacencio, which was my friend. And he was going to have the guitar already out, and he was going to start playing the song. And then he was going to strum roll out on one part and then start over. And then I was going to come out and sing the song and then, propose to her. So then he does that, and then I didn't know where to start singing, and then I was really drunk, and then I come out, and all you hear is just, I'm too drunk. I forgot the words. And then I'm like, Ashley, I've known you. I know I was going to marry you from the first date. And then I was like, will you marry me? And then she's like, yes. And I was like, So it was pretty cool, but I was way too drunk for it.
All right, so the worst dates. We met on a dating app and decided to go to dinner. Got to the restaurant and I ordered a meal since, we were meeting for dinner. The server asked what he wanted, and he said he wasn't hungry and didn't order anything. I proceeded to eat by myself while we discussed normal first date stuff like music and movies. I casually mentioned I'd never seen Star Wars and had no intention of ever seeing it. Cue 30 minutes of him actively yelling at me and insisting he will make me watch it on our next date. I found the server and paid the bill as fast as I could and noped right out of there.
Damn.
I think I've done that before.
So I wouldn't force somebody to watch that. If you told me
No.
that you never saw Star Wars and don't plan on it, I'd be like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then that'd be the end of us
I
talking.
don't give a fuck. Yeah. Like, there's
No,
other girls out
I
there.
do. Yeah, I would. Yes, I mean, I give a fuck that she never saw Star Wars. I think that's
I'd be like,
ridiculous.
are you
but
fucking kidding me? The goddamn trilogy's like the best ever. You know, and all this stuff. Darth Vader is the goddamn father. You know.
And I can tell you that Joe Patnev would feel the same.
You would. Good man, that one. Hey, so like, okay, you're single now, obviously.
Yeah.
You were married.
Yeah.
If you found like someone else that you thought, you know, you might tie the knot, would you do things the same? Like, would you have like a big thing for like the proposal or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what I'd do, but I do something cool.
So Jared's just a hopeless romantic.
I like doing stuff big. Like, I'm such a movie nerd and
Yeah.
shit. Like, growing up, I always watched movies. Like, Saturdays and Sundays, sitting around the house, I'd watch movie after movie and stuff and just rewatch the same shit. And all that stuff influenced me, I guess. And so I love being creative with, like, doing little projects and stuff and videos and everything. So I'm just like, man, I got to top that one. Like, I got to make it better and stuff. So.
That's a very Chad thing. I think Chad
Yeah.
does stuff like that. Chad
Like,
would do
he's
stuff
always
like
been like kind of my rival a little bit
Chad?
secretly. Yeah, like he's always doing shit.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, fuck, that's cool. I gotta be better.
It's
than
like
him.
the party is just like, oh, well, fuck, people over there got to do something better.
Yeah.
Or like, you know, like Chad's like, I mean, he's back now, but, you know, being out of the country and
Yeah.
for like about 2 weeks, it feels like. And he's like, hi, Jared, you suck.
Yeah, I believe you actually said that. So
That's lovely.
we've gone at this for about an hour and 44 minutes,
Hell yeah.
which is longer than what we've been trying to
It'd
do.
be better if I was really drunk, though, because I wanted to recreate whatever they did on Saturday. But, I can't because I got to work tomorrow.
So we're going to go ahead and be ending this now and signing off. Jared, thank you for joining us.
Anything you want to plug before we call it?
Check out Tales from the Fort on YouTube and Spotify and I think Apple Podcasts or whatever.
Yep.
We've had all these guys on and a bunch of the locals that have been on here and a bunch of the people that are in the chat.
And you
so-
better tune in because I'm going to be on his show next week. So
Yeah. Tim is coming up, so
Also tune into whatever Andrew's podcast is, Fort Worth Roots or whatever.
Whatever
yeah.
that one is.
that old
I'm going to
thing.
be on that one as well,
Parental
coming up for the next week too.
Parental
So,
advisory.
yeah, I'm just doing this bang bang right now.
I
so.
want you to say as many C words as you can on there.
You got it.
Yeah.
You gotta say
got
the
it.
meow and shit, or what's the Super Trooper thing?
Meow, listen here, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Do
got
the
it.
meow game.
All right.
Sneak in a secret word. So
I can do that. All right. So with that said, I'd like to bid everyone a good night, and we'll see you next time.
may your roads be lit by your dreams and wonders
All right.
in the darkness of the world.
You're gonna go ahead and kick us off.
All right, what does he say? Fuck. And that was the Funky Panther.
Yeah, that's good.
Dun dun.
All right. And who are you?
Oh, I'm Chad.
I'm Javier.
And I'm Tim.
And we are
the
Funky Panther.
I remember.